responded in practice this week?
Good. I think they know that. I do know they know we did some things that we talked about cleaning up from the Davidson scrimmage, and we obviously in the Indiana game our ball screen coverage wasn't what we needed it to be, and one point is we were picking up out beyond the zone, which I thought was just a motion where we were really wanting to play hard and do things the right way, but we didn't think the game the way we needed to. And then I thought we let the fact that we missed some shots that we know we're capable of making get to us a little bit. But overall, it was a great experience for us. And I think as a coach, the main thing is that you're able to take that and you teach from it. You have a chance to do a lot of things to show guys that you can correct and that can be corrected, and it's the self-inflicted wounds that really hurt you the most. And so they've been good, but normally they really are always good with it.
Coach, what about Chaz specifically? Did you feel like he was pressing? Just kind of big fans in the building for the first time.
I don't know. He missed some shots that we all think that if he plays what he's capable of, he's gonna make them. But he's still learning. I mean, you look at it with so many young guys. We talked about the guys coming back. They've never been out there either. Then you talk about our transfer portal guys. We do have a young group in terms of being together. It's a whole new experience for Zakai. I mean, a year ago, he settled in and knew how to play with his teammates. He's trying to figure these guys out. They're trying to figure him out. But as long as they continue to work hard, and I think Chaz, it's going to be different for him, but we know what he's capable of, and we're going to keep encouraging him to do what we know that he needs to do to help our team.
I feel like the offensive issues were more about missing shots you expect to make or other things?
Well, we've got to make shots. I mean, there's no doubt. But with that said, I've always said to our guys, we've got to find a way to win when we're not making shots, because sometimes and we had high quality shots, but we didn't make them, and that's part of it. But you've got to find a way, and I do think and we made a ton of mistakes defensively, but we did enough that it was a 2-point game, and now we did not execute in the last 2 minutes of the game. We made poor decisions and really got rushed and didn't do the things that we had talked about. And again, that can be corrected if everybody understands that there's got to be better communication from player to player in that situation, because we got what we wanted on the court, and Zakai felt like he had them in what we need to do, but it wasn't executed. And so, again, that's why I wish we played more of those games, because we would be so much better before the opener if we had more of those opportunities right now.
How many of Zakai's shots did you feel were within the flow of the offense?
Well, he had some that were, some that weren't. He knows it. Again, he's trying to figure it out too. And what happens where he is right now, and he's been there before. It happened a year ago when he first came on the court back in Maui when he started playing. And things weren't happening. He feels, because he's such a competitive player, that he's got to go try to make something happen. And because guys aren't where they need to be, aren't doing the things that we expect from them, and that's just his competitive spirit, and it's something that you don't want to take away from it. But it's something that he'll learn from it like he always does. He'll make the adjustments, but he knows that he took some that he shouldn't have taken.
Coach, has Felix got a little more offensive game than you guys thought, or did you know that?
No, we didn't know, but we knew coming in. I mean, there's a lot that you learn when you are around a person every day. And with Felix, we realized that, he, and how hard he works. You hope you know that, but he's an extremely hard worker. He can do a lot, but he really works at it, and he's someone that we feel comfortable getting it to. But he's like anyone; he's got to know his space on the court. But we didn't do a good job early getting him involved the way we know that we need to.
Rick, in terms of getting, you talked about Zakai and the shot selection and all that. Have been any talks with him about, y'all have to replace a lot in the backcourt, obviously. There's a lot of guys that are not here anymore. And for him to fight the urge to do too much, maybe? Yeah,
I think that's just going to naturally happen with him because of his DNA. But he knows, and like I said, we need other players around him that he can figure out where they're going to be, what they're going to do, and what they can do. But they've got to be consistent doing that. And that's what we have. And again, I wouldn't expect, I mean, I certainly don't want to say we're peaked right now, because we're not. I went back, and as I do every year, and look at some games at the beginning of the year, and to be honest with you, we weren't not a very good team in Maui last year. We weren't. And then we came back and played against Carolina, played maybe the worst half of the year. Then the second half was a big turning point for us. And I think a lot of teams go through that. You hope you can get through it without losing games, but the fact is, this team has a chance to be good. It will continue to grow and take care of details, and that's what it gets down to. It's just simply understanding the game, the way it's supposed to be played, and taking care of the minor details.
How did you feel about the guys that played the 4 spot the other night, and what are the things you need to get there that you're not currently getting?
They played hard. That's the one thing. I thought they played hard. I thought they were everyone. I thought Josiah did a really good job, and again, I didn't think he was rushed by anything. But when he was at the 4, he did a good job doing what he does, defending in there against bigger guys. But I thought that Cade and Igor were trying to. They were, anxious, which I think you expected. I don't think there's any question about that. But I think too what we've gone through with the film, and we haven't been able to get through the whole film because the first day, an hour or so and a half to get through 10 minutes, just because there's so much teaching that was being able to be taught there. But I mean, we're not surprised they were a little bit anxious, but we believe in them. We know they can get it done, and it's the same thing. They've got to get better.
How do you feel the defense performed, given where you thought it was going into the exhibition?
Overall, the effort was good. We still, again, there's not one part of what we do is we don't have to get better, but we did play hard, and that's really as bad as we were on the other end. It kept us where we needed to be within striking distance there, and but there's a lot of things, getting our hands up. We did get our hands on with a lot of deflections, but we didn't convert like we needed to there, and we had chances to maybe get some easy baskets, but we didn't take advantage of it. We didn't run the court the way we have to, and every team in the country wants some easy baskets. No team wants to go down and play against a set defense every time. But we had a chance to really get out and get something like that. We didn't take advantage of it.
What kind of progress has Igor made since he got here? Where does he still need to go?
I think, again, understanding the speed. I mean, he hasn't played, and he would tell you the speed's different in terms of every day. And, again, we think he'll continue to settle down. He's got so much more he can do, and it's just a matter of him understanding what we need him to do first, and then we can expand his role, because his role will expand. There's no question about it, because he's got the ability to do it. But the biggest thing for all the young guys and the new guys in the program is understanding what we have to do on the defensive end. And most of them, when they come in, their first thought is offense, offense, offense. And that'll take care of itself if we can get the other end where we need it to be.
You talked about giving the ball to Felix. How much of that is on the guards not finding Felix, and how much of it is on Felix's position?
It always goes both ways. I mean, they've got to know, he's got to get his space on the court. They got to know when to deliver it, how to deliver it. So it goes both ways. Same thing on the perimeter when you're screening, whether you're, any kind of screen you set up, if both guys don't do their job, it won't work.
Coach, you talked a lot about consistency. Where's Cam at, and what's he need to do to get to that level you want?
Well, again, it all starts with him defensively, and that I do know this. I think he's more focused in the last 2 weeks than he's ever been since he's been here. I think he's starting to realize just how hard it is to play the game the right way. But again, he's a player that we're gonna keep going with him, because we know he can do it. But he's learning a lot about the game that he didn't know. He probably thought he knew more than he did. And I would say that about anybody really in the program, but the older guys have been through it. They know what we're looking for. But Cam he just needs to stack days on top of days where he's doing the things that we need him to do. And then again, he's a guy that you could expand his role.
What do you know about Gardner Webb?
They're going to play really fast. They're well coached, extremely well coached. They got obviously a new coach there, but they're going to work hard. They're going to really try to score quick. I think they're one of the top teams in the country last year. They could almost play with a 17-second shot clock, because they get down the floor and they're going to shoot it quick. Really good. They know what they're doing. They know how they want to play. They'll spread you out, and they're going to really good cutting team. And if you you turn your head, you get caught looking, they're gonna take advantage of it.
Thanks, Coach.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thanks, Coach.